Alright, working on the Silverado. Got most of the old frame cut off. Got to cut back to the gas tank where I finally found some good steel. But I think here's part of the problem. Back in here, I've got at least 2 inches of mud in this frame. So we're going to try and wash some of that out. Same thing here. And I've already scraped some of this out. You've got mud kicked back in that frame about as far as you can see. So most soils are acidic to some point. So you got that just eating the frame up from the inside. Any salt that might wash in there is going to set in there. So that's part of the problem. But we do have that's the resitch laying up there. But we found good steel here. That box is pretty good. This here's solid. That's actually where the factory splice is. And we're going to lay a piece of channel in here and just build a new frame from there back. As you can see, put grade 8 1/2-inch bolts on the spring plates and build a couple new cross members. So I guess that's a stubby, heard of stubby Bob. This is stubby Silverado. But anyway, we'll add on to this tomorrow. I took measurements of what the length needs to be. When this was folded up, the front bumper or the rear bumper went straight up in the air. It hit so hard that it gouged those U-bolt retaining bolts into the aluminum on the drive shaft. That's how big a kink was in this thing. It started to collapse the exhaust pipe right here. I've jumped up and down on it, tried to get it straightened out some, but I think I'm gonna have to cut that and weld it back together because it's hitting the leaf spring whenever I try to get the leaf to come down where it belongs. So anyway, got most of the demolition work done. Had the heat wrench out here, which I don't mind. Some people don't like using the torch. It doesn't bother me a bit. I love it. It's the greatest tool in the world. But anyway, tomorrow will be another day. Starting to get dark, and had a lot of things going on. Had a lot of company here today, but we'll get this added on to tomorrow and squared up. And if you look down that frame rail, it's not straight. These Chevrolets have a little crook in the frame. You see it right here. It's got a little turn to it, and the side's slightly the same way. So I'll get the length and then we'll square it up. And you know, you don't have nothing to go by, so all you can do is measurements, squares, and levels. I do know that I can lay a straight edge across this bed mounting point, this bed mounting point, and the other bed mounting points were right on top of the frame rail. So if you can get something clamped across there, you know, clamp it down to the rail that you put on there, and this is clamped tight here and there. That will locate it as far as up and down. Then you just have to square it. And I know from the end of the frame rail to the center of these bolt holes right here is 58 inches. So I mean, I've got some measurements and I know how far the bumper sticks out from the frame and all that. Got all that wrote down. So tomorrow should get most of this fabricated. Won't be done tomorrow probably, but we'll get a lot of it done. Probably have to go buy some bolts and may have to buy some material. I don't know. Gonna have to add a cross member in there for the shocks, and thinking about using on the outside of the frame. That is that's the bottom side of a hitch, not a fifth wheel, but a gooseneck hitch. So this plate here will serve as probably the frame reinforcement plate, because it does bridge the gap where you're going to put these two together. So that is going to become a weld-on part, and we'll weld and reinforce where we can, and then we'll use that to plate the frame. And I trying to get him to build a flatbed on here, and if he does, we'll go ahead and weld the bottom flatbed rails to that and just build one big truss. He'll never break it again. So, but this truck's got a lot of miles on it. They've got a new truck. This is just an old work truck. Trying to get a little more life out of it. Still runs good, so better than junking the thing or parting it out. So anyway, that's the story on the old Chevrolet. We'll get back on it tomorrow if it doesn't rain. And thanks for watching. And got a couple new subscribers. You guys welcome to the channel. And if you got any comments, throw them at us. Got any requests or whatever, we're open to anything. So thanks a lot, and hope you guys have a good holiday.